Please be seated. On behalf of the faculty and staff at the University of Idaho, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to everyone. On this auspicious occasion, the soon-to-be graduates are very happy to be free of exams, papers, and lectures. The parents are happy that their child has completed this rather significant task and that they can now afford a real vacation. Thinking about all this happiness in the room brings to mind one final biology lesson, and that is the science of happiness. Scientists can quantify happiness because we know the specific neurotransmitters such as oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, and beta endorphins that are produced in the body of a happy person. Many of us should be very thankful that these chemicals exist because without them, some women might not go for a second child after having experienced painful childbirth. So some of you, if you're second children, thank mom tonight and thank these neurotransmitters. The studies of happiness have yielded many surprises. First of all, women are generally happier than men, even in countries where women enjoy less freedom than we have. Fortunately, men eventually catch up and even surpass women in old age in the happiness index. Marriage is a good indicator of happiness, and some of you will probably, if you're not already married, will soon settle down, and you'll be happier, we think. Exercise makes us happy, and it won't surprise you to know that because we're very social creatures, human contact and social interaction induce a very happy feeling, as does petting your dog, your cat, or your horse, which releases oxytocin, the so-called love hormone. Smiling activates some of the muscles in your face, and you release chemicals such as endorphins, and that floods your body, and it also sends a cue to the person next to you. So if you turned and smiled, they likely would smile back at you, so you transmit a positive feeling to them also. Now, although money might be on your mind right now as you're thinking about perhaps paying off student loans and maybe buying a new car, having a lot of money does not necessarily buy you happiness. Beyond a basic income, about $75,000 a year, more money does not correlate with happiness. If you make more than that, my suggestion is that you give it away, because giving invokes a much greater positive response for your life than receiving. Tzedakah, the act of anonymous giving, is actually the highest expression of giving and will benefit you the most. Finally, completing a goal brings happiness, and the graduates should all be feeling the effects of increased levels of these neurotransmitters today. So what, say you? What does it matter if I'm happy? The answer is a robust yes. Happy people, on average, live 20 years longer than people who are unhappy. So that's pretty astounding. So my advice to you is smile, pet your dog, exercise. Don't worry too much about making a lot of money, and don't assume that buying a big house will necessarily make you happy. Give money to your favorite group or nonprofit, spend time with your friends and family, and you should have a long, sweet life. Now that's an easy biology lesson that I think we can all remember. And now it gives me great pleasure and makes me very happy to introduce our new president, Dr. Chuck Staben.
Thank you, Dr. Hartzell, for opening our commencement ceremony. We are grateful for your leadership as Chair of Faculty Senate over this past year. Thank you to the University Wind Ensemble, conducted by Professor Al Gemberling and the Vandaliers under the direction of Dr. Michael Murphy. The presentation of colors under the command of the Army was made by a joint color guard comprised of cadets from Idaho's Army, Navy, and Air Force ROTC units. Thank you to our marshals and for the leadership of Dr. Mickey Gunter, lead marshal for our exercises today. Thanks all. Thank you, Kyle Farrell, for our voice from above, and welcome to our special guests, Regent Bill Gosling, State Representative Shirley Ringo, Alumni President Pat Sullivan, Foundation Representative Bill Kearns, Lieutenant Governor Brad Little, and former U of I Provost and Northern Illinois University President Doug Baker. Deans, faculty, honored guests, parents, and families, we thank you for joining us. Welcome to the home campus of Idaho's leading university. Been said, commencement speeches were invented largely in the belief that outgoing college students should never be released into the world until they have been properly sedated. So I'll keep my remarks short. However, as the new president, I do want to share with you some of the University of Idaho's successes that have impressed me. I'm proud to be here at this leading institution. As the state's land-grant research institution, we have enhanced the lives of our citizens and the entire state for 125 years. Today, that means reaching nearly 500,000 Idahoans each year through education and outreach. We serve all of Idaho's 44 counties from more than 70 locations throughout our state. We also reach out online and via satellite. Idahoans meet people from the university every day. Additionally, our efforts bring nearly $1 billion into the state's economy each year. We're also Idaho's research leader. We produce almost 3/4 of the state's higher education research. We benefit the state through research, outreach, and education every day. Today's ceremony is a key part of that. It's the education of our students, your children, your spouses, and your friends. And of course, graduation for them is a major accomplishment. We have one of the highest graduation rates in the Northwest. Each graduate here is a success story for themselves, for their families, and for the university. Graduates, as you move to new opportunities and challenges, I encourage you to remember that your schooling may be over, but your education continues. You are poised for success, but your degree is only the start. Keep up that great Vandal tradition of determination and leadership, and you will go far. Congratulations. To parents, families, spouses, children, and friends, you have played a vital role in helping these graduates reach today's summit. You have been there to celebrate their achievements and to share their challenges. You've provided the encouragement, advice, and pride that fueled their ambitions and drove them to accomplish the success that we're gathered here to celebrate today. I believe I speak for our graduates when I say we are grateful for the support you have provided. On behalf of all the graduates and the faculty and staff at the University of Idaho, I invite all parents, grandparents, guardians, families, loved ones, and friends, those who have been so supportive of our graduates, to stand and be recognized by our graduates. Thank you. Seated directly behind me are some of the University of Idaho's leadership. Members of the platform party, please rise. I can never tell if they're doing that. Thank you for your leadership and dedication to the students of this great institution. Ladies and gentlemen, our platform party. Thank you. It's a privilege that we have one of our regents with us today. Bill Gosling is a member of the State Board of Education and a University of Idaho regent. Regent Gosling, will you please bring greetings to our graduates? Ladies and gentlemen, University of Idaho Regent Bill Gosling.
Thank you, Dr. Staben. I'm happy. Congratulations from the State Board of Education and, more importantly, from the Board of Regents. You've done well, and I think during the break or after the ceremony is over, please introduce your parents to the faculty because they have done a very good job in bringing you to this point. Look at your degree as a ticket to the future. You will have opportunities, you will have challenges. Do not duck them. Take them on with the tool bags that this faculty has given you and be successful. Thank you.
Thanks again, Bill, for being with us today. It's also a great privilege to acknowledge our University of Idaho Alumni Hall of Fame recipients who were inducted yesterday in a university ceremony. Linda Koppel-Trout. I think you got to stand. Mary Kay McFadden and Phil Sulin. Thanks for being with us today. You can read more about our Alumni Hall of Fame recipients in your commencement program. I believe there's a video we're going to play. Ladies and gentlemen, please